From family events to volunteer opportunities to community happenings, there is a lot going on in your community. Learn about all the possibilities and opportunities on this episode of Community Hotline.
Hi, and welcome to Community Hotline. My name is Monica Weitzel, and we're here at Metro East Community Media in Gresham, Oregon. We're happy to have you join us here tonight. First off, I'd like to have you meet Wee Win, who is my friend from the Metro Toy Drive. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you. It's fun to be back.
You're always fun to have on the show.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Nice.
Well, you know, you're an energetic guy. You have a lot of fun stuff to tell us about with the Metro Toy Drive, and just, you know, every time I look on Facebook, you're doing something different. You're either skydiving, you're hiking, what all do you do? You do it all.
I do like to do a lot of those things.
You do?
I like to be outdoors and take advantage of the summer, or what summer we do have here in Portland. Everyone who's watching the area, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You live life to the fullest, Wee.
I have to enjoy it, and I hope everyone is enjoying it too.
Yeah. So you went hiking today?
Yeah, I did. I went to the gorge.
Yeah.
It was about an 8-mile hike round trip into Eagle Creek Trail.
Nice.
Saw a few waterfalls. Had a great time.
Beautiful.
And made it back just in time for the show.
Yes, you did.
Just in time.
Thank you for doing that. And you brought your own dessert with you, I see here.
Yep, Monica, I wanted to say thanks to you and, of course, everyone here, Scott, you too, Nanette. And I brought some chocolate-dipped cream puffs.
Oh.
It's really good. You should try one right now.
Okay. I'm going to. You didn't have to twist my arm. Okay, while I'm trying this chocolate-dipped cream puff, I'm going to make a real mess here. Tell me about the Metro Toy Drive. For those who haven't seen the show before, tell us what it's all about.
Yes, Metro Toy Drive is an organization that obviously raises toys and donations for kids. And the key difference with Metro Toy Drive, we're a relatively newer organization. We formed in late 2010.
Right.
And the organization is here to serve needy kids year-round.
Not just at Christmas time.
No. Yeah.
This is good.
Oh, it is? I'm going to try one. Scott, we got one for you. Annette, one for you too. Gary, one for you too.
You need to use a napkin.
Oh.
No.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay, so needy kids.
Yes.
How does a kid qualify as needy? How do you determine who to give these toys to?
Yes, Metro Toy Drive on our website, metrotoydrive.com. There is a toy request form. There is a suggest a child form. It's a confidential form. It goes straight to us. And what we like to find out is just a little bit about the situation. It could be a birthday, a medical situation, personal loss, anything that is
that a toy would help?
Yes, a toy or a donation, a book would help. And really, we just want to hear what the story, what the situation is that is affecting the child. It could be a number of things, even economic related.
Tell me, give me an example of some child that you've helped. Now, you don't need names, of course, but give me can you give me an example of some children that you've helped so far?
Absolutely. Perhaps the most recent child, this young girl, she is almost 10 years old. She came to our Christmas in July fundraiser event, which was on Sunday, July 17th.
Right, which I want to hear more about soon.
She came to the event. She shared her story about her.
In front of the whole
crowd.
group?
Yes, on stage.
Gutsy girl.
Yes, she was very brave. Her mom was very kind and brave as well to share their story. And she is experiencing a congenital immune deficiency compound that really affects her bone marrow and her blood cell count. So she is in that category of the medical situation. And what we wanted to do was obviously be of help and assistance. So they share their story. And what we did, Metro Toy Drive, with our sponsors to the Hotel Monaco, the Red Star Tavern, Starbucks, we provided for them for a future one-night stay at the hotel, dinner to the restaurant, and also a Starbucks gift basket of some coffees and teas for the family, and also a pair of tickets to the local art museum because she's very into the arts.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And of course, some toys coming soon as well.
Yeah.
But we wanted to make sure that
it's special.
Yeah, special and well taken care of. So it's been a little tough for them, but it worked out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's tough. You know, having a medically fragile child is a very difficult thing. It's difficult for the whole family. So I like that you are not only focusing on the child, but you really were helping the whole family in that particular instance.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you mentioned the fundraiser that you had recently, which I so wanted to go to and I was unable to. But tell me how that turned out.
It went really, really well. This was our second annual Christmas in July fundraiser, and this year we did exceed last year's accomplishments.
That's what you want.
Yeah, it was terrific. We had a lot of business supporters, quite a few. I'd say a couple dozen who donated gifts and items and prizes to the event.
Raffle, do you have raffle items?
Raffle items, yep. Okay. And it worked out really well. The crowd was really excited. We did obviously live raffling on stage periodically throughout the event, so the crowd got a great kick out of that. We gave away pretty much dinner for dozens of restaurants with helicopter flight tours with our...
And our friend... tell me his name again.
Michael?
Mike. I was going to say Mike, and I wasn't sure if that was right. Mike, the pilot.
Yep, helicopter pilot. Connect Aviation.
Yeah. Connect Aviation.
They donate several flights, helicopter wide tour, inter-country tours.
See, I love that.
So 3 lucky people won those tours.
My designated driver is a helicopter pilot.
Yeah, you get to see all the wineries from the sky, and people were like, wow, this is cool.
That's a heck of a deal.
It was a really cool prize to win from a toy drive fundraiser. It's something I don't think many people saw. But they helped us up the helicopter landing with Santa Claus last year. So we wanted to do something that was very connected and that people, hey, you can experience.
Connected.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, okay. Connect Aviation.
So it's good.
That's great. So, and this was at Hotel Monaco.
Hotel Monaco, yeah.
How'd that work out? Good location?
It was really excellent. It was on the 10th floor ballroom. So we had 3 sets of double doors. We had a kind of a red carpet type area so people could take photos with the backdrop, a check-in table. We had cocktail rounds set up, you know, the open bar, of course, stage there, a lot of decor, and of course our banners with acknowledgement and thank you to all our event and gift sponsors. It went really great. We had live music too, and on-site chair
massage. Who'd you have for music? Do you remember?
It was Darren Klein.
Darren Klein. What kind of music was that?
He does guitar, jazz.
Oh, nice.
It was great. Yeah. So thank you, Darren.
Good kind of background music, not you know, where it's taking over the whole crowd. So you have to. So it's just nice to listen to.
It was great.
Yeah,
it was a great background. Wonderful. People really enjoyed it.
I saw some of the pictures, and I saw a picture of the panda. That infamous panda. Is it your new mascot for the toy drive, or does he just show up wherever you are? He
is our new mascot. In fact, he debuted at that event on the 17th.
Oh, did he? Okay.
His name's Jerry.
Jerry the panda.
Jerry the panda, spelled G-E-R-R-Y. Jerry.
Okay. He's very cute.
He is quite the character. He's very charismatic. Guests loved him.
Were there a lot of kids at that event?
There were several. I'd say probably maybe 3 or 4 children there.
Oh, okay.
And they got a kick out of Jerry.
I was going to say, I bet they like Jerry. But adults like that
too. They love Jerry too. They took pictures with Jerry.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure they did. We have a picture with the panda.
It was great.
It's really cute. So that's your mascot. So that was, when was that? When was that event? July
17th, Sunday, a couple weeks ago.
Okay. So what do you have on the radar for the future? What do you have coming up?
Yep, great question. Right now we're basically moving forward. Obviously towards Christmas is going to be the big season.
Right.
But right now we do have a toy drive that has started with the Shiloh Inns hotels. Here in the Portland area, they have 3 locations, one in the Beaverton area, Portland Airport, and the Rose Garden Arena area.
Okay, right.
So 3 hotels, and they're running a toy drive to August 8th.
Okay, from now through August 8th. Okay.
Yeah, so we really do encourage any toy donations. They will happily accept them, cash donations as well.
Take them to the hotel.
Shiloh Inns Hotel, yes.
Should the presents be wrapped or unwrapped?
They should be unwrapped.
Unwrapped presents, okay.
Preferably new boys or girls. And there'll be donation boxes there, white boxes with a Metro Toy Drive sticker on it.
Good.
So it's running.
Just probably right in the lobby there.
Or it'd be great.
Yeah.
So we do thank Shiloh Inns for that.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So tell me about the Christmas season. What do you have planned?
Well, this year again we are going to orchestrate all the local area Starbucks stores. Oh yeah, they were a really good partner with you last year, weren't they? They were huge. They were huge. We did over 6,500 units, toys, books, and all donations together in a very short period of time. So you were collecting them at Starbucks locations, right? Okay. It went extremely well. We'll be running that again this year. That's great. I think it's going to be better this year than last year.
Shoot, there's Starbucks everywhere. I mean, there's nothing as ubiquitous as a Starbucks in this area, so that's perfect. That was a great partnership there. Smart going.
It wasn't. It really was amazing. It happens sometimes by accident, but we're very grateful, and they've done so much, and they have so much manpower to help out the community, and that's something that. And they're very well organized, and they just really do the right thing.
Good. Now I have to stop you here. Scott, would you like a chocolate? Would you like to come get one? Can you reach that far? Nanette, would you like one? We can have it. Okay, you don't want them on camera? Fine.
Okay.
Our camera people are great. Actually, everybody in our control room back there.
We want to take care of you.
Gary and
we want to. You're part of the show too.
Because if they sit here too long, they're mine.
I'm better looking back here.
Okay, so we got Christmas coming up, and so people, if they are interested in donating to the Metro Toy Drive, they can drop off until August 8th at the Shiloh.
The Shiloh
Any Shiloh Inn, 3 locations, Portland Airport, Rose Garden, and Beaverton.
Yes, that is
right?
correct.
Okay, and then in the meantime, you're going to be setting up in the Starbucks. When will the collection start there?
The Starbucks collection will probably start sometime around November.
Okay.
And it'll run through, obviously, up till Christmas, a few days after that, of course, as we did last year.
So people can drop off their new unwrapped gifts at those locations. Or cash. You'll take cash donations, too.
That really helps.
What all do you need donations for? Besides, I mean, like cash donations, just to run the business here. I mean, it's a fairly new organization.
Yes.
Are you the only employee there?
Technically,
at this point?
I am still. As with everyone who's contributed, we're volunteers.
You're all volunteers.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
You're the founder and head volunteer.
Yeah, it's been quite a ride, and it still continues on. In terms of donations, the cash donations would really help us out tremendously, because the toys, we get so many, like as we've shown last year. What we need help and assistance on is the distribution, getting them out to the families as quickly as possible. That could come in the form of, like, say, boxes or gas cards for volunteers to pick up and deliver, things like that.
About that.
And a lot of people aren't very aware of that. So we can come in and say one day have 2,000 toys come in, but how do we get them out fast enough? And
do you wrap them before you send them out, or they're unwrapped?
Usually they're unwrapped.
Unwrapped. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
This year, we might wrap them this year if there's some special occasion. We'd like to make that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then somebody could donate wrapping paper and ribbon and the time and energy to wrap them, because that'd be a lot of work.
Absolutely. One other thing that we're really in need of right now, if anyone's watching and hearing this, obviously, is like an office space, a temporary office space for our volunteers to and in future college interns to work out of, to make the organization run. And
this is mostly just through the end of the year, through the holiday season?
Through the holiday season would really be helpful. Of course, we want to have something year-round, because the organization is operating on a year-round basis.
Right. It's not. Presents aren't just for Christmas.
No. Well, we will have more donations coming in than we probably will be able to get out fast enough. And we like to have extra surplus so we can provide it for kids all year long.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you need, obviously, donations of toys, cash, gift cards, or the gas cards. I like that idea. I mean, that's a smart, especially
really
with the
helps
cost
out
of
a lot.
gas. That would be a really good idea. As far as volunteers, what you'll need volunteers to help distribute the toys.
Yep, distribute toys, pick up toys from, say, donation sites. What I really feel is going to happen this year, as what proved to happen last year, was the offer for assistance was so great.
Was it?
Yeah, we had.
I remember you sent out an email asking for people to help pick up at the Starbucks locations.
Yes.
Yeah, and you got a good response.
Really good response. And this year, Starbucks has even offered to offer their manpower as well.
Wow,
to help
that's wonderful.
Pick up and deliver toys, which is really tremendous.
Yeah, it is. That's great. I like that
way.
Community spirit there. That's wonderful.
And I think the fantastic thing is they can work right alongside, volunteer with other community members too. So around a common cause, it'll work out really well.
It's all good.
It'll be good.
Wonderful. Do you have a big event during the holiday season, or is it just the gifts? I mean, do you have a specific, big hurrah or anything like that?
Oh, totally, absolutely. There's two main events that Metro Tour Drive is running on now. It's our Christmas in July, obviously the Christmas in July, get things going, the awareness going on. And then we're going to have our main keynote event will be our helicopter landing.
So you are going to do that again this year?
Yeah, we are going to do it again this year.
Good.
Still looking at possible sites or where would be most convenient for people and for families to attend.
Okay.
So we're still working on that. We would
Now,
like to
were you out
land.
in Beaverton last
Last
year?
year, yes.
Yeah.
Last year we did in
Okay.
Beaverton at the Cooney Collision Center. It was on a Thursday.
Okay.
This year, however, we'd like to do it on a weekend.
Yeah, maybe
And-
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah,
something like that,
Saturday.
yeah.
Saturday would be ideal, and we really pray for really decent weather. We landed in rain last time.
December. Yeah, well,
Last
good luck with
year,
that.
we made it work. We made it work
Yeah,
last year, even
yeah.
in the rain. It worked.
Yeah.
But then we had an
Oh.
indoor area so people could enjoy and meet and greet. And it was a toy drive as well. Kids get to see Santa come from the North Pole, and they
In a helicopter.
and it looks like he's flying it because
That's-
he's in the cockpit right
I
there.
love it. I love it. Now, did you fly in the helicopter?
I was in there too. I was
yeah, that's what
one
I
of
thought.
the filmers in the back. I'm shooting the video from inside, right behind Santa as he was waving at the crowd below.
Wow.
It was really fun.
I've never been in a helicopter.
Oh,
I still
gosh,
have
you
to
gotta
connect with Michael and see
Oh, you're gonna
about
love
doing
it.
that
Do a wine
sometime.
tour, country
Yeah,
tour.
I know. I'd really like to do that. I think that's
You can
great.
drink and fly, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, don't.
Yeah, I'll let him do the flying. I'll taste the wine. That's a good partnership
Terrific.
there. Yeah. So that'll be sometime in December.
Yeah,
I
that'll
assume?
be rolling through
Okay.
into December.
Okay.
So that's definitely one part, definitely our biggest event that will
Okay,
come
so
up.
you will invite the public can come to that,
Absolutely.
and it's a free
Absolutely,
event.
free event.
But,
Families
but
are
if
welcome.
you want to bring a gift, that's even
We're
better.
most
Yeah,
happy to accept
yeah.
it, and that would help out a lot.
Okay, some people can bring their kids and
Mm-hmm.
see Santa, and then will Santa stick around for a while after he
Oh,
leaves
yeah.
so he can visit with the kids and
He'll stick around for
hear the
a good
lists
while.
and this
Yep.
is what I want for
We'll have,
Christmas.
photographers there. You take your photo with Santa, ask him
Oh,
all the
nice.
questions you want, and he'll be there.
Cool.
I mean,
Very
we
cool.
did it last year. Why wouldn't we do it again
Yeah,
this year?
yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
and
should be a
I
lot of
bet
fun.
it'll be bigger and better.
I think it will be.
Yeah, you
I
have
think
a
it
way
will
of doing that. You know, you're pretty good at that. I have to give you
Thanks.
credit for that.
Well, it's I have to say it's a lot to do with the community
Yeah.
that wants to see something that doesn't happen every day.
Yeah, yeah, it's
So,
good.
should
Good,
be really
good
good.
for the kids. Bring some smiles to the kids.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
So we know what you've got going on for Metro Toy Drive. What about you personally? What you got going on here in the rest of the summer now? You've done the hiking, you've done the skydiving. What else you got coming up? You
Well,
got the
Yep.
eating.
I brought my favorite TV host some chocolate dipped cream puffs, so I got that off my
like
to-do
that.
list for the summer. I was waiting for this
Ding.
opportunity.
Yeah.
This time I actually when I jumped last year, or I'm sorry, this year, about 3 months ago.
Was that your first time?
It was my first time. I was by myself, obviously with my instructor. This summer, I would like to jump with a group of friends,
Oh, how fun.
and I'd like to help them.
Don't invite me.
I
Don't
will
invite
happy to
me.
invite you. I
No,
will-
don't invite
and
me.
I
Don't
will-
invite me.
I want to
scared
be
of
the
that.
encourager,
Yeah.
and I will be happy to push anyone
Oh,
along if they
how
need
big
help.
of you.
And I think you'll thank me later.
Yeah, yeah. You might still be waiting for that one a long time.
It's a lot of fun.
You know, it looks like fun, but the very idea terrifies me. It really does. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anything slow where I'm up in the air, no. I'll take a roller coaster over a Ferris wheel any day, just, you know. Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, that's a summer event. I will roll with you.
Okay, okay. All right. What else do we need to know about Metro Toy Drive? You need donations, you need volunteers.
I would say, yes, on our website, we definitely are looking, donations would help out significantly. It just
Okay.
allows us to operate on a fuller capacity. We can help more kids that way. The toys will definitely come in as they are right now. We're running the toy drive with Shiloh. We'll probably get, in my estimation, probably 7,000, 8,000, 9,000 more toys just in the Portland area
That's a
alone.
lot.
With Starbucks, yes.
That's wonderful.
And we're working on moving our operation, obviously, up towards Seattle.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
up
so
towards-
it's going to be the Northwest then. That's
Yeah.
Metro. Oh,
So
nice.
between the Seattle area into Washington, there's probably another 900 stores
Oh,
versus just
Really?
140 or 150 or so around here in the
Wow.
Portland area.
wow.
So we're working on that. We'll see how that pans out in the next
Yeah.
few months. But we
You're
like
going to be
to
one busy volunteer.
we like to get something going. So
Yes,
we're,
you
we're
do.
definitely moving the operation
Yeah.
northbound. But we will for sure run the Portland area this year.
Great. So, but if you move it northbound, you'll still be doing Portland too?
Absolutely. Portland will be running.
You just expand.
Yes, I think we'll definitely be able to do something in the Seattle area to help out kids out there. Something will come about. We're still working on the details,
Yeah,
but it will
yeah.
come. I think the one thing I'd like everyone to know is if you know of any children who need help or assistance, please check out our website. We do have a quick hot button on the landing page. It says recommend a child. We definitely want to help.
That's wonderful.
What I've
That makes it so easy.
Yes, please. I know it's difficult, especially during the holidays. The other toy drives, the other agencies, I know they get flooded with requests for assistance. And part of Metro Toy Drive's values, purpose, and mission is to help the families and kids that we want to be sure that everyone can be helped if we can.
I imagine there is quite a high demand, especially at Christmas time, but from all the other organizations like the Portland Toy and Joy, the Fire Bureau, and different ones that have helped kids in the past. So you're really helping to take a little bit of a load off of them, I assume.
Yes, we want to support them.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And you're not restricting it to economic reasons for needing, it's not just people that are feeling the pinch financially. It could be a medical reason. It could be, maybe a parent passed away or something, or something like that.
I think a needy situation is
of
a
any
large,
kind.
broad definition, and we want to be there to help. So please, families, anyone who knows, we want to really be of support there.
Okay, and tell us again what the website is.
It's at metrotoydrive.com.
.com.
Yep, metrotoydrive.com.
Not .org, it's .com.
.org.
Got to make sure we got that right.
And follow our blog, and we post regularly, several times a week, new updates and all.
And you have a Facebook page.
Oh, yes,
we have a Facebook page, so I want everybody out there to like us at Community Hotline Facebook page, and you can go to the Metro Toy Drive and like you too.
Yes, like our Metro Toy Drive fan page, and we do a weekly drawing, usually on Fridays, and we give away a coffee gift card.
Nice.
To obviously our favorite coffee purveyor.
Starbucks, yes, I'm
and
sure.
For our fans, we do a weekly giveaway. This is on behalf of Metro Toy Drive, of course, but we provide that. So if our fans are engaging and supporting what we're doing online, we like to give it a little show.
Nice.
A video raffle online.
Nice. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I love their goodies. They have the best, little lemon bars and their little chocolate donuts.
It's pretty good.
I don't like these kind of things very much,
Oh, okay. Well, why did you pull it that way?
Well, okay, I lied. Okay, well, thank you, Wee, for being on here. I love what you're doing with the Metro Toy Drive. You've done a tremendous job, and thank you for helping out the community this way. So hopefully you'll get some more people coming in to help you, maybe some more donations, some more volunteers, and the names of some kids that really need that help.
Thanks for having me here today again.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching this segment of Community Hotline. Don't forget to like us on Facebook as well as the Metro Toy Drive. And stay tuned. We'll be right back with the Regional Arts Council. Take part in the discussion online. Visit our blog and tell us about your experiences at communityhotline.wordpress.com. And don't forget to take a look at our Facebook page too. You can see what's going on behind the scenes, find out about fun contests we're running, and link to some of the great organizations that have been on at facebook.com/communityhotline Metro East. See you online.
¿Están listos?
Free GED classes.
Are you ready? Clases gratis de inglés.
Yo estoy lista.
Transportation for free.
I'm ready.
Clases gratis de computación. ¿Qué listos?
We're ready. Come to Listos. If we can do it, you can do it.
What am I supposed to do with all these corks?
Turn them into a cork board.
What about all these floppy disks?
How about a fantastic journal?
I wouldn't learn how to make cool things like that.
Well, come on down to Scrap. Scrap has monthly workshops where you too can learn how to make great things. We provide everything you need. For more information, call 503-294-0769 or go to www.scrapaction.org. Scrap. Create more, consume less.
Many people are aware of the problems of hunger and poverty, but few realize how severe these issues are in East County. Every winter we find hungry and homeless people on our streets. Here at Snowcap, we combat these problems by bringing together the people who have with those who have not. Snowcap is a nonprofit organization dedicated to serving the needs of low-income persons living in the East Metro area. With the help of community members and the support of local businesses, SnowCap feeds over 4,000 people per month and distributes clothing to more than 1,000 people per month. You can help SnowCap by donating your time, donating food or clothing, or making a financial contribution. To find out more, contact SnowCap at 503-674-8785 or on the web at www.snowcap.org.
Volunteers are the cornerstone of local communities, and they enjoy the satisfaction that comes from being part of something larger than themselves. Multnomah County invites citizens to participate in projects that benefit the greater good of our residents.
Help provide services to thousands of your neighbors. Sound impossible? 1,700 members of your community are already doing this, and so much more, by volunteering with Multnomah County Library.
Library volunteers help their neighbors by teaching computer skills, shelving materials, and promoting literacy in the community. The library provides a wide array of services, including lending popular books and DVDs, computer access, and life-enriching activities.
Give a neighbor a helping hand and spend a couple hours a week at the library, making your community a better place.
To find out more about this volunteer opportunity, visit their website. To explore other volunteer opportunities, contact the Office of Citizen Involvement. Shape your community.
Vienna Star was my guardian angel when my life was in shambles. They helped me find counseling and shelter.
Vienna Star is great. They helped us pay our utility bills
And find health resources.
I'm in college now because Vienna Star helped me find scholarships so I could put myself through school.
Call 503-823-4000 to find out if Vienna Star can help you.
Gracias, Vienna Star.
This is the story about a group of kids who volunteered.
Doing something nice for someone.
We fixed stuff.
Did some art projects with the kids.
We fixed up his house.
We worked in the woods.
Cleaned up the park.
Did something for the planet.
We just did it.
No other reason.
And you know what? It was great.
At first, they didn't know each other.
Well, that didn't last long.
This guy is really funny.
Me?
These are my
new friends.
Are you into it?
Call 4-H or check out our website at areyouintoit.com.
When disaster strikes, emergency professionals may be overwhelmed. Can you care for yourself and loved ones until help arrives? Can you help neighbors amidst the chaos? Are you ready? Get ready. Join a community emergency response team and learn skills that will save lives. The City of Gresham offers free CERT training. Sign up for the next class and get ready.
What is it like to have a loved one die? Each month, over 300 children and teens who have experienced a death turn to the Dougie Center for Grieving Children. Inside, they find a safe place where they can share their experiences and move through the grieving process.
The programs at the Dougie Center are funded by private donations. Thank you for making it possible for kids like me to attend groups free of charge.
The Dougie Center, because grief comes in all sizes.
No.
Hi, and welcome back to Community Hotline. My name is Monica Weitzel, and we're here at Metro East Community Media in Gresham, Oregon. And with me today, I have the representative from the Regional Arts and Culture Council, Jeff Hawthorne, the Director of Community Affairs.
That's me.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I am delighted to have you here. I have never had the Regional Arts and Culture Council, also known as RAC, right?
Right. You can say RAC.
I can say that. Thank you. Because that is a mouthful. This is almost as bad as Metro East Community Media.
Right.
You do a lot of stuff. I was just amazed. I mean, I'm familiar with RAC. Everybody around here at Metro East is familiar with RAC. We've been involved with your organization and have a lot of admiration for it because you do a lot of good stuff. But I had no idea the extent of what you do. I don't even know where to begin. So maybe you can start out by just giving me a thumbnail sketch of what RAC is about, why that organization was founded.
Sure, absolutely. And RAC does do a lot of things. It's all part of our mission to integrate arts and culture in all aspects of community life. And whereas we used to be a bureau of city and county government, we are now an independent 501c3 organization since about 1995, which allows us to be a bit more entrepreneurial as we execute our mission and take on exciting projects that help us really support arts and culture in our community. And in doing that, we primarily like to say that we provide a variety of grants and services for artists and arts organizations in our region, and we are serving Clackamas, Multnomah, and Washington counties with these services.
The Tri-County area.
That's right.
So if I were an aspiring artist or an artist who was, up and coming, and I thought I had this great idea that I really needed a grant to make happen, do I apply to RAC for? Is that how that works?
Yeah, you do apply to RAC for any kind of arts-related project, whether you're going to be delivering a performance in the community or presenting an art show that the citizens can participate in some way. Any of those kinds of events could be eligible for funding, and we have a variety of grant programs that hopefully match the kind of project you're proposing in our community. So the first step is really to check out our website and to see what the guidelines are, but we also invite artists and arts organizations to contact us directly and just to share their idea with us so that we could help identify the grant opportunity that's right for you.
So it's not just one size-fits-all grant. You have several different opportunities there.
That's right.
Give me an example of some artist or art organization that you're currently funding.
Great. Well, we are currently funding about 44 organizations in the region through general support, and those are our largest grants for the organizations who've really demonstrated that they are here to serve the community, and they have a wonderful following of patrons and donors.
Such as?
So that's a Portland Center Stage or a Lakewood Theater.
Sure.
Miracle Theater, Oregon Ballet Theater, those kinds of companies receive general support from us.
Ones we've all heard of and we've seen and
That's right. And we tend to fund those year after year because they are strong, solid organizations. But our most popular grants program is our Project Grants program. And that's actually has a deadline coming up on August 3rd. And if there are any artists and arts organizations out there who think they might be interested, I'd encourage them to go to our website and give it a look. But this is a smaller grant, up to about $6,000, where you as an individual artist or as a small organization would come to us and explain what they were trying to do next year, calendar year 2012, and describe the kinds of resources that they think RAC could bring to the table to help them deliver that project, and we would consider it through a peer panel review process.
So instead of an ongoing thing like the Oregon Ballet Theater or Milagro Theater, Miracle Theater, it's more of a one-time.
More of a one-time
project.
Singular project. Yeah. Now, in any given year, about half of the grants we give through this program are to people who've never gotten a grant before, and some people are very good at coming up with these projects every year and successful in receiving money from us every year. But they're more intended for these one-time singular projects.
Yeah. People that maybe would otherwise not have a chance.
That's right.
To bring their work to a larger audience or to even be able to accomplish it at all.
That's right.
And you have art, you're involved with art everywhere in the community. From what I saw on the website, I mean, you have, it's not just the theater and it's not just like an art show, it's sculpture standing out in the community somewhere, like an outdoor space, for example, or tell me, give me an idea of the different kinds of art that we're talking about.
Yeah, well, so Gresham Center for the Arts is a good example. We were very involved in helping with the public art that now appears in the plaza out front. It's the same program that funded Portlandia in downtown Portland, and it's through an ordinance.
That would be Portlandia, the statue.
Not the television show. Thank you. We have no part in funding that. But these public art projects are funded through an ordinance that says that 2% of the capital construction costs of a public building, so whether that's the Portland building or the Gresham Center for the Arts, 2% of that must be set aside for public art. And then they will bring RAC into the process to help determine what is an appropriate public art project for this site, what do the citizens want, what do the people who own the facility nearby want, and we create a process that selects the artists and determines what artwork goes into that space, and then we save a little bit of that money to maintain it over the years as well.
Is that something that was voted on by?
No, that was through county ordinance and city ordinance. So Multnomah County and the City Council in Portland both just approved those straight out.
I like those.
Yes.
I like that. That's good. That's good. We need art in our community. So we have outdoor art, we have indoor art, we have performance art. Do you do things like music performances? Does that fall under that or not?
Yes, absolutely. Less so the live music that you would go to to hear a band, but we fund a lot of music groups, everything from the Metropolitan Youth Symphony, the Oregon Symphony, Fear No Music, Third Angle Music. So there are a lot of music groups that receive funding and other kinds of support from RAC.
Wow. So grants are something that people can apply for to be supported. What other, and then there's some that you just fund on a regular basis. How else do you support artists in this community?
Well, one of the ways we support them is doing everything we can to have more grant dollars to give out. So a lot of our grants are funded through a public funding stream. So the City of Portland, Multnomah County, Clackamas County, Washington County, Metro all contribute to RAC so that we can grant money out. But another service that we provide is an advocacy program called Work for Art. And this program actually accomplishes two things. It's basically a workplace giving program, and some people like to think of it as a united way for the arts, where we're going into companies and we are talking about the really exciting arts organizations that exist in our community, and we're helping them, if they'd like to support that arts activity in their community, to do it through payroll deduction, which makes it a little easier.
It's like the United Way.
To do $5 a paycheck instead of writing a check for $120. So our Work for Art program introduces more and more people to what our artists and arts organizations are doing, and then collects more money so that we can give out more grants every year.
Wow. Has that been in existence for a while now?
We're in our 6th year, so it's relatively new. Not everyone's heard of it, and we're always inviting individuals to tell us if they'd like to maybe consider doing workplace giving at their company.
Nice. Is it successful? Does it seem to be well received?
It's getting more and more successful every year. Our goal this past year was to raise $665,000, and we actually raised $760,000. So our goal
Work for Art?
Just for Work for Art.
Wow, I'm impressed.
So we're pretty excited, and we've set another aggressive goal for ourselves to raise $850,000 this year, and we'd love to be raising $1 million within a couple of years.
That's impressive. So you're doing advocacy work, you're helping raise money. Yeah, you do a lot of things. What about children as artists? Is that something that you work with or support?
Absolutely. I mean, certainly no one can look at a mission that says our goal is to integrate arts and culture into all aspects of community life and not look at the problem we have with arts education right now. And the problem is
there isn't any.
There's so much less than when you and I went to school.
Yes. Oh my goodness, yes.
And the fact that the arts are often the first thing on the chopping block when our schools get the budget cuts, handed down to them, and we sympathize with all of these cuts, but you can't cut arts education. In fact, 95% of the people that have been polled in the region have said that arts education is critical to their children's education, and parents really want this. So
I totally agree.
We decided about 4 years ago at the Regional Arts and Culture Council that we were going to take a much more active role in turning the tide against this problem. And our solution, our first solution that we are working on right now is called the Right Brain Initiative. And the goal of the Right Brain Initiative actually, we understand that not every school can afford music teachers and art teachers right now. But what we think we can do is train artists to come into the classroom to work with the grade school teachers who are looking for better ways to teach the standard subjects, reading, writing, social studies, science, math, and teach them how to use artistic exercises, song, dance, painting, and music, and incorporate that into their lesson plans. And we're evaluating this while we do it, and we are definitely finding that children learn more as a result of these more interesting artistic lesson plans.
I could maybe even learn to like math if I
You could maybe.
If you brought the right art into it.
That's right. I mean, we have artists who are very good about teaching fractions through movement, for example, or through music. So it's really interesting when you think of the possibilities to use art to teach any manner of subjects.
So how does this work? I mean, obviously you aren't in every school. I mean, how do you choose? Do schools apply to you to RAC for assistance with this? How does that work?
We start with superintendents who are interested in working with us on this program because it does require an investment of the schools and of teachers to take on this professional development to help them teach in new ways. That's right. So we start with the willing.
Yes, yes.
And we have many willing schools in Gresham Barlow School District, Portland Public Schools, and several other districts in the region. So we start with them. And the superintendents really help us identify what principals at which schools are really looking for this, and you know, many of them recognize that this is a way that they can improve test scores, improve student engagement, and improve overall learning. So because funding is limited right now, and we do a lot of private fundraising with foundations and individuals, but also the public sector is investing in this program. So we take our limited funds and work with the schools who are ready to have it.
That's great. Yeah, they have to be wanting that, you know, otherwise it's going to be a waste of your time and their time.
Right, and our goal is that every school will eventually want it. I mean, this program will not be successful unless one day every child in every school once again has access to some kind of arts education. So that could be our program that is integrated arts education, or it could be hiring back the music teacher that they laid off 5 years ago.
Right, and if they don't hire them back, at least you're here to
That's right.
To fill the gap and
That's
to
right.
educate the kids. That's
well,
wonderful.
we think it's one important part of arts education. We think integrated arts activities are a way for the future. In fact, the President's Commission on Arts and Culture, the President of the United States commissioned a paper to encourage more school districts to work on this area of integrated arts education, but it doesn't replace the need for the music teacher and the art teacher, and it also doesn't replace the wonderful experiences that many of our children have when they take field trips to the art museum or the symphony. That's also very important.
Now, is that something you're at all involved in with RAC? Do you
schools can apply to us for small grants for that kind of activity, but it's honestly not enough to cover the expense, and so that's something that we hope schools will choose to invest in, but we're not as able to support that.
Okay, good enough. So you are the Director of Community Affairs.
Yes.
What exactly does that mean? What does your job entail?
Well, I'm out there in the community talking to people like you all the time, but I'm also working a lot with our elected officials in all of these counties and cities, and constantly communicating what we believe is the value of arts and culture, and why, even though government budgets are tight, why we believe that cities and counties should continue to invest in the arts. So doing a lot of that kind of fundraising in addition to overseeing the fundraising for our arts education programs, our work for art programs, and just out there trying to build relationships that will help us do our mission even better.
Right, you're kind of the spokesperson for the
organization. But I get tongue-tied, so I don't like to be on camera a whole lot.
Oh, well, you're
so
doing great.
Lucky to have me. No, just kidding.
I'm lucky to have you. Yes, I am.
No, not
yes,
for that.
I am. So what, do you have new things coming up that you haven't done before that are going on in RAC, or is it just kind of ongoing
I think we're in a mode where we just really want to focus on continuing to do well what we do. So our
probably don't need anything new. You've got so many things
nothing
going
new on our plate right now.
Goodness.
Maybe. You know, there are some other groups that we are working with that are doing very exciting things. Including the Creative Advocacy Network, which has a mission of helping the region secure a stronger, dedicated stream of funding for arts and culture. So that
what's that called again? The Creative Advocacy?
Creative Advocacy Network, or CAN.
Okay.
And they're working closely with us to try to find funding, because right now our funding is in the general fund, which means we compete with public safety and public health and other very important things in the community. And so we're concerned that that funding could be at risk if the budgets get even worse. So only through a dedicated funding stream, a funding mechanism of some kind that is guaranteed every year, can we assure ongoing and hopefully increased funding for all of these great arts and culture activities that make our community a better place.
So you get the money from the public sector, but then you also accept, I assume, donations.
Sure.
And do some fundraising.
Yeah, we try to actually leverage a lot of the public support that we get to help us raise private money. So one of the things that we arranged was for the city of Portland was looking to make an investment in arts and culture, and found a revenue source of $200,000 that they could give to us if we could go out and raise $200,000 more every year.
Funds.
So a matching challenge fund is a very significant component of Work for Art. And when we're in our workplace giving campaigns, another thing we say is if you give $10 to Work for Art, that will be matched $10 by this matching challenge fund.
That's great.
And then we, because we have our administrative costs covered in other ways, we distribute 100% of all of that money out to all of the arts organizations we serve.
That's impressive.
It's fun to do.
I bet it is. I bet it is. I had a question on the top of my head here. Now I forgot what it was. Oh, I know. Volunteers.
Yeah.
You have volunteers, I assume.
We have some, not many. We actually...
It's mostly staff?
We love office volunteers, and we can always take some of those. That's typically not the kind of volunteer experience that a lot of people are looking for, and what we often try to do if people approach us looking for a volunteer opportunity is match them up with an arts organization.
Oh, well, that's perfect.
And they have many, many volunteer opportunities, everything from ushering to building sets, setting up a concert in the park, those kinds of things.
Really.
Yeah.
I mean, anything to do with the arts is usually fun, you know, because you get that benefit of the art that you're appreciating or participating in.
That's right.
So, what do you need at RAC? What, if people are watching us, is there anything that we can do to help with this, move to keep art in the community and to keep it in the schools? And
yeah, I mean, for me, from my point of view, it all starts with advocacy. And so, we would love people at work to encourage their bosses to allow a workplace giving program like Work for Art at their place of work, so that it could be easier for people to give and they'll get all of the benefits that we provide. If you're not at a workplace, you can give directly to Work for Art by going to our website, and you can make this contribution and know that it will be matched and then distributed. So donations are really important to help us give larger grants to the arts organizations we serve. And also advocacy for arts education. I think parents in particular have been wonderfully vocal, with their schools and their school districts about the importance of arts education and the difference they know it makes in their children's lives. And we just encourage people to continue that kind of advocacy at their own school.
I think people are finally figuring out how important that is. It's not an extra, it's not a luxury. I remember when my daughter started taking guitar lessons and how all of a sudden she was better in math, and it's like there was like a connection there. She, and I don't know how that works, but it works. There is a connection, and plus just what it brings to your life.
Absolutely.
You absolutely have to have it. So, the artists that you work with in the artists organization, can you give me an example of somebody that's gotten a grant recently that has, give me an example of some funky thing that maybe we would never have heard of or thought about this. Somebody that, do you have that information?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, so for example, we have an artist fellowship program that is for, really great artists who bring things to the community that the average person might not recognize.
Okay.
And a couple of people who've received awards through this program recently include the poet Kim Stafford, who was able to take this grant money and do a really interesting observation of, you know, what it is, what life in Portland and Multnomah County is like, and talk about, you know, the nature, and talk about the way people commute to work, and the way people ride their bikes down the Esplanade. And
is there something in the paper about this not very long ago?
There probably has been,
yeah,
and
I think I read about this.
And so he, you know, and he'll be publishing a collection of works
yeah.
From his voyages throughout the city, and we think that that's a really important documentation of this time and this place in a way that really only art can document. And you know, that's a poetry example, but but every day there are small dance companies and theater troupes that are performing, you know, in churches and in the back of coffee houses and doing really interesting things that bring citizens together and, you know, help us laugh, cry, think, be challenged, and learn. And those are the kinds of things that we want to support.
Good. I like your passion. I like your passion. I can tell that you believe what you're saying, you know, and it's a beautiful thing to be passionate about. It is.
Well, you know, those of us who work in the arts industry and arts administration know these things. And I think that the tens of thousands of people who enjoy arts and culture through their galleries and concert halls know this to be true, that art really provides sustenance for the soul. But even if you never step foot in an arts event, I think people understand that the arts make our neighborhoods stronger. I think they know that it drives business. When you go to an arts event, it drives tourism. It drives business to local restaurants and other family-owned businesses, and they know that it makes our children's education better.
That's a great way to wrap up this segment. Thank you very much, Jeff. I appreciate you being on here tonight. Any last words you need to share? I mean, that was pretty good wrap up.
But thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure. Thanks for being here. And does Regional Arts and Culture Council have a Facebook page?
We do.
Okay.
You can like us too.
Be sure to like the Regional Arts and Culture Council on their Facebook page and Community Hotline on our Facebook page. My name is Monica Weitzel. I was here with Jeff Hawthorne tonight, and we enjoyed having him, and I hope you enjoyed watching us. So we will see you here next week, and this is Community Hotline. Good night. Remember, you can take part in the discussion online. Visit our blog and tell us about your experiences at communityhotline.wordpress.com. And don't forget to take a look at our Facebook page, too. You can see what's going on behind the scenes, find out about fun contests we're running, and link to some of the great organizations that have been on at facebook.com/communityhotline Metro East. See you online.
Katie won't be at ballet. She's sick today. No, Katie won't be at ballet. She's sick today. No, Katie won't be at ballet. She's sick today.
When your child gets sick with the usual illnesses an unusual number of times, look for a pattern.
She's sick today.
It could be an immune deficiency called PI. Get the warning signs.
If you are experiencing physical, emotional, or sexual abuse, help is available.
I'm scared. He's been beating on me.
If you need help, or if you want to help stop domestic abuse, call our crisis line at 503-281-2442. You don't have to be alone. Make a call that could save your life. Bradley Engelhouse, providing hope and safety for more than 30 years.
This may look like just a meal to you. To an elderly person in your community, Meals on Wheels is a social and nutritional lifeline. Many seniors can't leave their homes to buy food and have no family nearby. Sometimes their Meals on Wheels driver is the only other person they see all day. It takes just a few hours to help deliver much more than a meal. To find out how you can help, call 503-736-6325.
Who got some good minutes in the first half, hits the jumper. Tiffany Young, a junior from Hillsboro, Alabama, has 4. Young, 17-footer, got it. And Tiffany Young with a sensational performance.
You know, we sing for millions of girls, but helping out in schools, that's the real deal, baby.
I know our love can multiply, 'cause you're the X and I'm the Y.
You know what I'm saying? So, have you ever been backstage before?
Okay, guys, this is an abacus, an old school calculator. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like the circle and the square, our geometry is a perfect pair.
Now, why should kids know about gravity?
Well, gravity holds them down.
I once was one, but now we're two. I'm spinning out of control.